Welcome back, fellow slot car nerds. I'm Jeremy, and this is Garage of Slot Cars. Hey, everybody! Another car video today. I'm down here, and the wife's upstairs watching her TV shows or filming it on a Wednesday night. Probably post this in a couple days, but she watches that Chicago Fire, Chicago PD. And she says I make too much noise up there, so I come down here in the basement, race slot cars. Anyway, I thought I would do this one's a triple. I got 3 of these. They're almost the same, so we'll go over. There's some subtle details. I do them all in one video. Scalextric makes a 70s era, early 70s era Camaros, and got 3 of them. I really like these cars. I have this one. This one has working headlights and tail lights. Oval grille, no bumper there in the front, orange spoiler. These are really, really good looking cars. This one also has working headlights and tail lights. No bumper, no spoiler. That looks mean. Looks racy. These are really, really good looking, good running, smooth cars. This one, not sure my years. I'm sure there's subtle differences. Looks like the same grill. This one's got a full bumper across the front and a spoiler. Really, really good looking cars here. So I'm going to do some laps with these 3 and some more lengthy laps, and I'm going to have the app hooked up. Like I said, I've tried different ways of doing these car videos, and the first one I didn't use the app. I thought that was a mistake. Show you some times, and then the next one I used the app, but it was the Volkswagen Bugs. They're not the fastest, smoothest cars. I didn't do a lot of laps. They ended up deslotting. So these, I thought I'd put down some more laps. I'll put down quite a few laps if you see them running. These handle real predictably. These have the slotted guide put on instead of the stock Scalextric guide, and they have Paul gauge rear tires. That's all that's done to them. These are sidewinders motors. They got the big gear on the side here instead of the lengthwise like the Camaros. They've got some gear wind you'll hear as I'm doing laps, which I kind of like. They're kind of light in the front end, but I like the way they drive, so I'm not going to add any weight or anything. So the only trouble I'll have with these, sometimes if you switch lanes on the Carrera, it don't clear it. So the next car also switches lanes, whether he's got his button pressed or not. Sometimes it don't reset that. That's the only trouble I have with these running on Carrera track. But they're really, really good running cars. They're really smooth. They're real predictably handling. Without the magnets, they get a nice controlled drift going around the corners. Hopefully the camera will pick that up as I do some laps. But I'll be using my True Speed controller. I've been trying to get used to that. I've been messing up and hitting the brake button instead of the lane change button every now and then. I know when I did my review of it, I didn't think that'd be an issue. But I have found it a little bit of an issue. But that's just me. I haven't used it enough, I think. That's what that is. I don't think that'll be an issue after I get a little more used to it. And the more I use it, I'm hoping to stretch this, loosen the old cord up on it. The cord's kind of tight. But I just enjoy talking slot cars, and so down here talking to myself. So I turn the camera on every now and then. So I don't know what cars I'll do next week. I never decide until like last minute what cars to do. What was the first car I did? Was the Ferraris. Ferrari 512s. I just walked in here and grabbed them off my Carrera shelf. And the bugs, I just kind of wanted to do because I had a montage pictures of old pictures of my old bug. So this time the Skelectric boxes don't fit real nice on my shelf. Let's see, my shelf over here of my Carrera cars. So I keep them. It'll film better. I keep my Carrera cars over here on a shelf, and the boxes stack real nice and look real nice. So these Skelectric cars actually live. My Pioneer and Skelectric cars actually kind of live down here in the pit garages. Right here is where these three Camaros are usually sitting. So, and then I got some Skelectric and Pioneer Mustangs down there, which we'll get to eventually on our video tour of my cars. Excuse me while I do this. Hey, like I said, I've been enjoying them. I see some names I recognize in the chats, like on Marty Ford Tuesday Night Live. I recognize some of your names. Appreciate you also tuning into my channel sometimes, and kind of learning a little bit of some of you guys' personalities in that chat. I'm pretty quiet in it usually, and sometimes I bow out early. It's sometimes I got other things the wife's wanting me to do and things, but I always catch back up and watch it later, but I don't get to join in the live chat that way. But anyway, so I do a fun little video this week and try and do some more actual footage, some good lap footage here. These usually, if you're just putting around, they'll run a 9-10 second lap. On my app, I've gotten all three of these into the 8s. That's running on the edge of deslotting. So these will run, you're running good in a race. They run 9s, 9.3 to 9.5, are good laps, solid repeatable laps on these cars on my track. And they're real, all three of these are real similar characteristics. The speed, the acceleration's almost exactly the same on them, real consistent. So these are good racers. If I have two other people over, these are three good cars to race, and we'll be side by side with no one having an advantage. And these are popular cars for when people come over, they pick them. They're sitting right there in the pit garage. They see them, and that's a good looking body style. They look into my pit garage, and you got that staring at you. You're like, oh, those look good. It's they are good looking cars. So durable, like Carrera. There's no wings to bust off. There's mirrors. Hey, all three of them have the mirrors on them still. I'm looking. So, that's another thing. If you take your magnets out, you'll end up keeping your mirrors and your wings usually. So anyway, I'll film I'll try to do about 20 minutes here doing some real laps in and testing out some footage. I'm gonna put the camera at this end of the track, and I'm gonna put the camera at that end of the track. I don't have many other options here. The wall of this room is right. You saw the cars on the shelf. It's right here. I can touch this shelf. I can't move the camera back that way a lot. Both ends of the track have a wall at it, so it's surrounded by three walls there. So I'm not sure how I'm going to get better footage. I might have to break down and buy a camera instead of using my phone, being a cheapskate. I kind of didn't want to open that can of worms. Then I got to buy my own laptop. The wife's not going to let me use hers. So I'd have to buy my own laptop. I don't really have one. I just have a web book. And I have downloaded some editing software, and man, that may open a can of worms. I didn't want YouTube videos to be a second job. I kind of wanted them to be fun and loose and kind of a memory. I've never really gotten into my background. In 2005, I had stage 3 colon cancer. I had less than a 20% chance to live. You've probably seen the videos. I have a really large hernia out my side from all these surgeries. There's just nothing to do about it. Went through chemotherapy, surgeries, radiation, more chemotherapy. And they said I was kind of a miracle, and I made it. So here it is, 2023. So anyway, with that, I always have kind of a mortality in my head. So I have 3 kids, and I thought, a YouTube channel might be something when I'm gone one of these days. Maybe they remember their old goofy old man dad and watch some of these videos, and they can stay up there. 10, 12, 13 years from now, Lord willing, something fun I can look back on. So, and when I started, I didn't think anyone would even watch. Man, I've got I see Slot R past 800 subscribers. That's great. I've got 780 or something. It's amazing. Personal goal now, I'm going to try to hit 1,000. Why not? Just, I don't know, something about that number. I didn't think it was even possible. Maybe it is now. But I'll keep putting up boring content like this. But I don't know. A lot of times I'm down in the basement, flipping through YouTube, and I go to my subscribers, Slot R, Dave Kennedy, Marty Ford, Conquest Race Cub, Massimo, MP. You guys all know who you are. Area 51. I just watch all your guys' videos and kill time, and I just kind of wanted to be a part of that too. I'll never be the caliber of you guys. So, and it sounds like Marty's going to move on up to maybe a routed wood track. I think he's trying to spot out areas in his house that sound like to have room to make one. That would really be cool. So this is as big as I think I'll get. I'll start collecting more and more cars, and I'm sure this layout will change. When I started, and when you start in this hobby, you change the layout all the time. I'd do a layout, and then you find out things you don't like real fast. Like a lot of tracks, I'll see new people on Facebook and stuff, and they'll post pictures of their layouts, and they're all R1 corners because they're trying to fit as much track in as they can. I did that too. You're going to find you don't want all R1 corners. And then they do a lot of elevations. I played with some elevations. You almost have to be the back row elevated. It blocks a lot of your track. And some of the cars with some cars have some really low spoilers, and they don't like that bridge up and down. So I've kind of steered away from some of the elevations. I've tried it. I like the look of it. But so I've ended up taking the elevation out for now. I only have 2 R1 corners. The rest are R2s, R3s, and R4s. So I have big sweeping corners. I found I like that. I like straightaways. So as you'll see me doing some laps here, mine have some straightaways. When I have people over, if you have too technical of a track, they'll struggle. They can pick this layout up pretty quickly, especially if they've been over here a time or two and have driven the cars, not their first time, they're able to pick this layout up pretty easy. And I don't have a lot of lane changes in it too. I found you put a whole bunch of those in, it gets kind of hectic too. So I don't put a lot of lane changes in. So like I said, I've been pretty happy with this layout. When I moved from the garage to the basement, I changed that corner back there. I think I covered that in my first video of putting this back together down here. Let's see, that's, this layout I've been pretty happy with. So, but I can see in the future me getting bored. A lot of times I'll key up the track planner if I'm just sitting on the couch watching YouTube or something, and I'll move some pieces around and try some things. And at this point, I got a pretty good inventory of track and shoulders. So if I make a few changes, I've probably already got the pieces. I probably don't have to order any. So that's about it for this week, really. Put in some, like I said, I'll put in some good footage of doing some laps this time. And we'll try that this week. I'm like you guys. I'll post this and then I'll watch it on the big screen on my TV, and I'll go, should have done this. Should have added some more footage of it going around the track doing laps. I should have included the app. I should have included, so sometimes changes and different formats come to me later. So anyway, so we'll go to some footage of doing some laps, and then we'll wrap this up. All right, guys, down here, I don't have a really good angle to film my whole track. It's something I need to work on, but down here doing some laps with these 70's era Camaros from Scale Electric. Really like these cars. They're predictable, they're smooth. They got quite a bit of torque. They slide around the corners. They fishtail out. They're kind of real predictable.
Jeremy did a new fastest lap. Fastest lap by Jeremy. Fastest lap by Jeremy.
That was a 10.3. I'm sure we can get it under 10 here. This is the only one of the three that doesn't have working headlights and taillights. There's a 9.9. That was the yellow number 48. We'll you know, these car videos, just kind of trying some new things. Thought maybe some more footage of it going around the track, and you guys might like that a little better. This one's the SCA forest green, orange, white. Good looking car. Got working headlights and taillights. This one makes a little more gear noise. I kind of like it though. But they're these are fitted with Paul gauge urethane. I'm sure in this video I'll film this video over a couple of days. I'm sure I'll mention it's got Paul gauge rear tires on it. A lot of my Scale Electric have the slotted invasion guide fitted on them. These do. I think my Mustangs I don't. I still have the stock Scale Electric. They perform real well with it. These Camaros I just switched. I have some a couple of 69 Camaros from Scale Electric, and those needed the guide. They would come around that corner with the magnets in, and they would just pop out of the slot and go straight. But like I said, these are fun, and these run real consistent with each other. So if you have 3 people over, these are 3 good cars that no one would have the advantage on, and there'd be a lot of side-by-side on it. And these are popular cars. When people come over, they pick these to race a lot. They are good looking. Like we've been running pretty consistently in the 9s there. Pardon me, I switch cars on my app. I noticed on my last video I was running a Volkswagen around, and the app was counting it as a Dodge Charger. My bad. This one's a little different. It's got a vinyl top to it. Red with the orange spoiler, some black racing stripes. Also very good looking. The app's not working. App's not. No, I'm gonna have to delete that. So I started it and then crossed the finish line like a ding dong. Good grief. I don't know if any of you guys ever do that, but I don't want a false record. Forgot how to delete that last lap. There is a way, I used to know it. Right there, X. Delete that. All right, sorry about that. Now you know not to do that. What I did was I had it paused, and then I hit start, and then I crossed that line, so it counted that as a super fast lap, and put it as a new track record, in fact, which would be false. We don't want that. Anyway, these trio of cars are these are some of my favorites. I actually keep them. You know, the Scale Electric boxes don't stack real nice on the shelves here like the Carreras. So these actually I keep parked right here in my pit garage, so they're really easy to grab and take for a spin. See that? Oh, that's another thing. See, I hit the brake button instead of the lane change button on this when I was talking about these controllers here. And get the brake button, why not? I have found myself accidentally hitting it. Maybe you don't want the brake button. Maybe it's probably me. I haven't used it enough. See if we can get a faster lap here. Try not to de-slot on camera like I usually do. Well, I did. Well, let's see. I deleted that. Let's see what we did here for the session. That last lap was a 10. Second. So these run 9s, 10s around in there. See where that falls on my track records. Show you guys. Hold on while I move the camera here. You can see what I'm looking at. These are track records without the magnets on this particular configuration. So 7.9. Actually, that number 2 is a Skelectric Camaro. It's a 68. Little different body style. So man, a lot of 8, 9 seconds. There, number 15. Top left, that's one of these Camaros here. It has run an 8.4. It has ran an 8.4 on this track. Not tonight. It ran 9s pretty consistent. So, I think in the app, the last time I measured this track, it was about 60, 65, 68 feet. Number 27, top left, that's another Camaro. It's ran an 8. That has ran an 8.7 on this track, that one. And number 29, 8.8. A lot of these are really close. Of course, that's the red Camaro de-slotted over there. Let me grab it. I notice a lot of you guys tuning in on Tuesday nights to Marty Ford's live, and I recognize your names in the comments. And Conquest Racing Club, he's been going live on Monday nights. That one's ran a, what's it say? The camera's falling down. It has ran a 8.816 is what that says. And then top left, that's the other Camaro, 8.7. And then way back up here to get the yellow one. Top left, 8.4 second. And I don't have all my cars timed yet on this new layout without the magnets right now. Track record is a Legends, Pioneer Legends car, 7.916. Let's see, the slowest car is going to be, my Skelectric CUDA, 10.66. That's kind of surprising because that car runs pretty good. I'll have to get that back out, and I'm sure I can beat that time with that car. But we'll let's try to find a different camera angle and film some laps. the keep the red car aside. See if we can find a new angle for you guys. Anyway, Conquest Racing Club, I think he's been going live on Monday nights, and Marty Ford on Tuesday nights. And man, sometimes it goes, guys. I work 10 hours a day in a factory, and cook dinner, and right from this angle, see what we can see. Going on 12 minutes here. I'm sure I'm boring you guys to death. Like I said, I tune in. I see you guys sometimes, but sometimes I gotta tune out there. It's summertime. I gotta get the yard mowed. I gotta get. I don't know if any of you guys this race app. Sometimes I turn it on. I don't have the background race noises, and it won't do the countdown 3, 2, 1, go. Doesn't make all the announcements. Sometimes it just does that. You can turn it off and reset it. A lot of times it'll start working, but he does updates all the time, so I'm sure one of these days I'll get a update. Maybe that'll fix that glitch.
Fastest lap by Jeremy.
10.7.
Jeremy did a new fastest lap.
9.9. See how they're pretty predictable, swinging the butt around in the corner. 9.6. See, unlike the videos with the Volkswagen Bugs I showed you guys, I can drive fairly smooth and consistent when I drive. Like I said, my wife's got her favorite shows on TV upstairs tonight. Wednesday night, she watches Chicago Fire, Chicago PD, and those are not my shows. So I'm filming this on a Wednesday night, and I'm sure I'll post it Thursday or Friday. But that's my day to come down here and play a lot of times. I feel the tire's picking up some dust, getting a little dirty on that one. It's getting a little slidier. Slidier? Is that a word? So we'll do the yellow one here, number 48. Switch my app, my assignment. App's running real slow tonight. Anyway, I've been tuning into Marty Ford and Conquest race clubs, stuff like that on Monday and Tuesday. Like I said, they've been, man, sometimes they go an hour and a half and stuff, guys. And like I said, I got to bow out. Summertime, so I got to add all my chores. I got to add mowing the yard in on top of it again now. And sometimes I can't stay the full show. I'll go back and I'll watch them later in the week, but I won't be able to live chat with you guys. That was a 9.6. Like I said, on the track records, looks like all these have done some laps into the 8 seconds, but I mean, 9.4. I could probably get this in the 8s, but if I'm running it to the limit, guys, I might de-slot a bunch. I don't want to have a video of that. I see Marty Ford went to a commercial wood routed track. Now I don't have. There's nowhere around here that would have a wood routed track for me to try. That would really be interesting to me to try Like I said, I don't think I have the room for it in here. And I mean, with me having like 100+ Carrera cars and scale electric cars, I think they are well suited for the home track about this size. If somewhere had a large wood routed commercial track around here, I think I'd have to get into a Revo slot or one of the faster cars like that. These are real. Dave Kennedy did a good live session, Slot Car News, this weekend, Sunday. I caught some of that. He had some new Carrera cars. He usually doesn't do a lot of Carrera cars. So, I know he used to work for him. There may be some hard feelings there. Or he just, not his favorite. I don't know. But maybe it's just me thinking he leaves out Carrera. I don't know. That could be in my head. But he had some good comments about him being it's a good, durable, well-built, highly detailed car for the home track. It's really, I know a lot of guys.
Jeremy did a new fastest lap.
9.4. 9.46. This car's running pretty smooth. Anyway, I thought I'd film some more. I was down here running, so I thought I'd get you guys some longer footage of some laps on my track. I haven't really done a lot of longer footage of putting in some longer laps like this.
Fastest lap by Jeremy.
9.462. See, we're getting better as the evening goes on. I like this lane. It's on the outside here in all these corners, except for this one. It's on the inside. And this is my preferred lane that I like to run. You really gotta, you can hang it out pretty hard here. 9.3, right? Let's see, this corner right here, right there on the inside there, that gets you. If you slow down there, well, I haven't even looked at the camera. I don't know if you guys are getting it. Right here, yeah, that inside corner. If you slow down there, you're pretty good in this lane.
Jeremy
9.1. I thought that lap felt pretty good. So you pick up your speed right here. Right here, you nail it. You try and hold your speed around that big corner. That's when you'll get a good lap on my track. But like I did there, hung a little too much speed on that big corner. So anyway, we'll see how these two footages show up on the big screen. Wish I had something taller. I'm going to lift this. Maybe if I got something taller, I could film from way up here. I don't know what you guys think. Maybe I could build me a shelf back here. See, I'm zoomed out all the way. I can't get both ends of my track in. I don't know if maybe I could do a bird's eye view from the top. No matter what I do, I can get those corners or these corners. I kind of can't get them both. When I was out in the garage, I could be at one end, but there's a wall here. I can't get all the way. I can't get further back. I don't know. It's gonna end up being one of those longer videos, but like I haven't done a lot of long ones. I haven't done a walk around on my track here in a while. There hasn't been many changes. Pit lane, racetrack scenics. I did new stands there not too long ago. I keep some kind of movie cars up here. Back to the Future, Batmobile, Knight Rider. I kind of got this 1/32 scale semi truck, and I keep my Scalextric buses on it. And then that I talked about buying a second digital Ferrari 512 BB and just switching the bodies. Well, there's the body on the old analog 2005 chassis. I just bolted it on there. I don't run that car. And then I just kind of keep another truck over here parked with my my pace cars on it. That is a pace car. Can't see it very well, but I don't use the pace car function on Carrera a lot. Because one, I think I need a second pit lane, and I could do one in there in the infield for the pace car. Because usually when I'm racing, I like to use the fuel mode in a used pit lane. I can't have a pace car sitting there. So anyway, so there's some footage of some laps of these Camaros. Like I said, I'm gonna hang a shelf up high and see if I can't get some better view angles going on. All right, that we'll call that a wrap this week. So we'll see how I like watching this back, sitting there watching me do a lot more laps this time. I think I filmed about 20 minutes worth of these cars going around the track, and did some time with each one of them. So hey, I don't know which car I'll do next. Probably go back to a Carrera car. We got a lot of Carrera cars. I'm looking on my shelf here. I kind of don't want to do any Carrera cars that I have more of coming this year, like the Trucksters. I got 2 more coming, so we'll just wait till we do an unboxing and get more. Maybe we could do Pioneer Legends cars. Those are pretty sweet. Kind of want to save those for a later video though. I'll probably pick some. We'll probably go back Carrera next week. And got some Capris. Those are good. Maybe do the Capris. Anyway, I'll pick a good car. It's not like I have a small selection. I have a pretty large collection. So anyway, I'm just rambling. Good to see y'all again. And hey, if you don't mind subscribing, subscribe. Like I said, I kind of put a personal goal. I'm gonna try to hit 1,000. Why not? Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. A lot of people do giveaways for 1,000 subscribers or something. Maybe I could buy something and put it up there as a giveaway or something. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, till next time. This is Raj of Slotcars. Thanks for watching.